Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the slight delay. Some camera issues that I had to attend to, and I'm not very good at the camera issues. I like to talk about hockey more than I like fixing cameras, but we are underway here at the rinks on the south side. 13:31 left on the first period clock. Of course, we have Connetquot Sayville, the T-Birds, their developmental roster against the KPC Knights and their developmental roster, specifically the gold KPC team. My name's Kevin Bronner, joined by Rowan Loddick over on the camera. As all credit goes to her for being able to fix the technical difficulties. One of the best in the business as a pass comes out in front. KPC take it away and start to wheel it up ice. Shot back the other way as the stick is lost from the starting goaltender of Cotter. Shot taken on him, makes a save with his right arm, comes right back out in front. And now the T-Birds are able to clear it away. Taken by Ramirez, pass off to his left side. Shot in front of the net, rebound opportunity. Still without his stick is Cotter. It's down below the goal line as the shot is blocked off by plenty of bodies out in front. Flipped high into the zone of the T-Birds as they try to bat it away. Finally get a whistle. Quick shot off the draw. Plenty of bodies in front for the T-Birds as they try to get the clear with Ramirez out towards the point. Shot taken. Lee on the follow-up. Can't get it through the circle, and now it's once again in Cotter's kitchen. Puts a glove on top of it. We get another whistle. Pass comes out to the slot, a shot, they score! KPC up 1-0. Lots of offense in the opening period, and they capitalize. More offense for the Knights as they break it back into the zone. Eater goes up to the blue line. Long range shot, almost batted in front. Puck comes off to the right wing corner. Chance now for the T-Birds to clear it away. Looking at these two teams throughout the season so far, Connetquot Sayville is 1-5. KPC 3-3. They've met once earlier on September 20th as a pass comes out in front for another quick goal. The Knights strike twice within 5 minutes here in the first game of the night on the LI Sports Network. Another chance for the Knights to break out. Quick pass past the blue line. They have plenty of numbers. Crashing down low towards the net. A backhand shot will go high above the bar. Cotter lost his stick again. Might have a little bit of time to pick it up as the puck is being pinched. Chance for Burns to clear it away. And an offsides called against the T-Birds with 10:26 remaining in the first period. Face-off will come for the neutral zone. Captain for the T-Birds going to wheel it up the ice, looking for some of their first shots of the game. Once again, the Knights find the weak side. Long stretch pass. Broken up by the T-Birds. They'll look for a breakaway for themselves. Great back check coming for the Knights, and it will be covered up. Connetquot gets some of the first action he's seen all game with 9:52 remaining in the first period. Sklar and Herfel, the goal scorers so far for the Knights. That's how we get into a 2-0 tilt here on the South Rink. Looking at the Knights' recent games as they turn another shot towards the end boards. Talking a lot about their offense so far. They try to give it back to the far point. But their recent games lost 7-2 to SCHSHL, had a nice 5-3 victory over East Islip, a 6-2 loss to Northport. And if you're noticing a pattern there, well, there is one. It's a win-loss, win-loss, win-loss pattern for the Knights. And if that were to continue, well, they'd get a win here tonight, already up 2-0, so in a good position to do that. Obviously, the T-Birds would like to be in a win-loss pattern at this point in the season at 1-5. Their only win coming against the Longwood Developmental team. That was 6-5 back on October 18th. Now with another opportunity to punch in another W. Obviously, plenty of time left in this hockey game for the T-Birds to find their feet. Never easy coming back from a 2-0 deficit, but there's definitely been more impossible comebacks in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League as Hagerty taps his stick looking to get the puck as it caroms above the net and towards the end boards. Back out towards the blue line now. KPC finding some open ice on the left wing side. They've been dangerous on all these rush opportunities, but it's cleared away. Schenkel getting pressured. Tries to dribble it up the ice, and it reaches into the offensive end. Dump in one more time. Offsides called against KPC. Stretch pass to the neutral zone. Schenkel down low, trying to get it up to one of his teammates. Fucina across to Lee. Lee past the blue line, just barely called offsides. As we are halfway through the first period, still 2-0 in favor of the Knights. Both their goals coming in the same minute. First at 11:56, the second at 11:11. Saved by Cotter as he'll cover up, force another face-off deep in his own zone. Dangerous opportunity for the Knights. Tap pass in front of the goal. They score. Make it 3 for KPC now on a broken play in front. Rocco with the most recent goal credit. That's Jake Rocco. To make it 3-0 at 6:56. So the Knights once again try to dump it in. Goldberg was there for it. Dangerous puck out in front. Tico did slide over in time and does get a follow-up save on the shot from the wall. Knights looking for a quick clear, held up at the far point. All the T-Birds do check it up before playing it back over. Good stick lift there, but it's not going to lead to much offense in front of the net as a fluttering puck is racing down the sheet. Turnover in front for lead, trying to get the shot off. Rebound still there, and we'll get the whistle. Great save for Cotter. Face off over to Cotter's right, one back by the Knights. They look for a blast from range. Cotter got a piece of it. Once again lost his stick trying to pick it back up. Turnover into the slot. Chance for the Knights, but sticks tie up and nothing ever came through. Puck forced in now by the T-Birds. Banked off the wall, not out just yet. Last line of defense there was Fielding, doing a good job of making sure he was there to recover. Fielding now could be tested into a 3-on-1. Steps up on the puck, bats it away, still in the offensive end. Couple of passes, not going to present themselves for KPC. Donnelly down low, battling for it, going to lose it out. Save required. Cotter comes up with it as it rims around to the near side and out of the zone. Schinkel looking for a pass off to the boards. Deflects. T-Birds take it away. And we're going to get a penalty here. So the Knights will go to a 2-minute power play, already up 3-0 here in the first period. Oh, excuse me. It's actually going to be a hooking on the Knights. My eyes eluded me for a second. So the T-Birds with an opportunity to try to claw back some of this lead. Long wrister hits off the end boards. Chance for the Knights to get it away from their zone. Held in at the blue line. Couple of passes. Puck loose in the slot. Redirected off to the perimeter. Haggerty came down the wall, collects on the backhand once again, bats it in deep. Looking for the stick of Burns, who continues the momentum around, but accidentally out of the zone. T-Birds have to reset now. Under 4 to play in the first period. $1:20 left on the 5-on-4. Haggerty with it again. Lots of commotion for the T-Birds as they're trying to push it up the near boards. A minute already spilling off the clock as they finally start to wheel it up the ice again. Schenkel trying to clear, held just barely alive. Lee with another opportunity to get it out. Dumped right back towards his goaltender. KPC quickly rallied to the puck in order to get it away. Nice move from Schenkel down the corner. Looks to walk it out himself, then sends it far and away. Now KPC finally finds some open ice. Here's Lee. Plenty of room and a 2-on-1. Lee, his shot down low. Did it go? No. Saved. Cotter comes up with the shorthanded stop. Game stays at 3-0. Long drive, deflects out in front. Cotter got down in time to save it. Put back off to the boards as we're 5 seconds away from going back to even strength. Schenkel will recontrol in the neutral zone before dumping in, looking to deflect it off the stick. Touched up by the T-Birds, and they fire it back the other way. Schenkel again. Finds a nice pass through traffic. Now the Knights get past the blue line. It's Lee once more. Back pass to the point. Looks to get the return, but goes underneath his stick down and around the boards. Chance maybe out in front. Cotter made the first save, now sprawling out. Puck still loose in the slot. T-Birds find it there first and quickly get it out of the zone. It would go down for an icing, but waved off by the officials. Knights will have to do this the hard way. Lee looks for the loose change. Donnelly sweeping it off the backhand, ends up deep. Nice couple of moves. Sklar looking to drag around one opponent, had it poked off his stick. Chance for Ramirez to get it out. Here's Schenkel with an opportunity. Dumps in as Rocco will go to chase it, but Donnelly cuts it off. Mishandles the puck just a little bit, so Rocco gets it right back. It was Lee's glove that was down on the ice over in the right circle in the T-Birds and picked it up mid-shift and put it right back on. KPC once again into the offensive end. A long-range tester on Cotter is good for it. Deflection goes off to the corner. Knights look for another centering pass from down low. Cotter tracking all the action out of the corner of his eye. Pass up. Looking for a deflection. Cotter got a piece of it, I believe, with his blocker side. Puck still down low. T-Birds get it back, looking to clear with 20 seconds left on the clock here in the first period. Donnelly, challenged, has passing options. Not enough time to get it free, though. Good third opportunity there. Gets at least towards the blue line. Pressure up top applied by Ramirez. And we'll do that for the end of the first period here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back with the start of the second. And we're back for the start of the second period here on the LI Sports Network. As the T-Birds looking for their fifth skater out onto the ice. As the puck will be dropped, Knights find themselves in a 3-0 lead. Lots of offensive pressure to start off the game, specifically their first goal coming with 11:56 left in the first, then the second coming with 11:11 left. Obviously 2 goals in a single minute. Always good for a scoreline if you are the team scoring. Centering opportunity, T-Birds out in front, they score! They're within 2 once again. T-Birds with their first of the night, trying to find some life. Nice move off the boards for Lee. Falls down but does get back to the puck. Centering feed does slide all the way through the slot. More opportunities presenting themselves at the goal line. Down low, the puck dribbles in front. Chance for Lee on the backhand. Fanned on it the first time. Opportunity now for an odd rush. Good defense back for the Knights. Shuts it down. They could skate this one up themselves now. Chance out in front. One save made from Cotter, trying to find the loose change. It's wrapped around the boards. Good hit there from Nathan Burns in order to get it out. As we see a couple of bumps exchange on either end of the ice. Shot down low. Gloved and covered up by Ontico. So we'll take a pause with 13:08 to play. T-Birds already looking much better to start off this second period. Puck rotated around the boards to the opposite side as the Knights try to pitch it out. Held alive for a second by Fielding. Long range shot, Cotter blocks it off to the perimeter again. Knights hold it at the near point. Another long range drive tipped out in front by Donnelly. Rebound still there, and Donnelly will get on top of it. Knights work it into the slot. A shot off to the right side. Bounces back in front, and they score. Another broken play for KPC that they capitalize 4-1. Jake Rocco once again with the goal. That's his second of the night. So once again, KPC have a 3-goal lead. Are able to respond to the goal in the opening minute of the period with one for themselves. T-Birds with bodies up top get this one. going north. Jingle trying to cut it off down at the corner. Forces it back the other way towards the blue line. Barely held alive. Karam's down low. Opportunity maybe. Connetquot tracking the puck the entire time. Didn't look like he was in any pressure. Fast break coming now for KPC. Shot. Save is made with the glove by Cotter. Face off in the left dot. Here's Burns with a little bit of room to work it. Jousted away from him. Back pass to Donnelly now. Goes right back to Burns as he breaks through the blue line. Bumped away from it. Dangerously played out towards the slot, but KPC do find the clear. Long ranger. Nika, she put some good power behind that shot as it once again deflects in front. Tap shot, not going to go past the goal line, just barely kept out. Icing should be waved off here from the officials, and it will be as we grace the 10:30 mark of the second period. Puck bounces around a couple of times before clearing. Donnelly looking to get back there first. Two Knights make it. Three Knights already pressuring for it there as they try to capitalize on the turnover. One shot make it two. Both are saved by Cotters. It's still loose. Players try to get down low to poke it free. Comes off to the near side. APC rotated low, pops out to Goldberg. Opportunity for him to center it, gets it towards the slot, still bouncing around. More opportunities coming, and it's finally covered up. Cotter got there. No, the referees are going to say it went in. See if I got that clip replay in time to see exactly what happened here. See there, I thought the referees were blowing for the whistle, but nope. Just barely alive long enough to get the fifth goal of the game. The Knights now with the biggest lead they've had all game at 5-1. Long ranger. Cotter tried to dive on top of it, but the puck was poked out from his stomach and wraps around. Or make that Noah Martin actually in the net now. So Martin getting the nod as he'll try to come in and stabilize the team. Hard-fought game from Grant Cotter. Now will take some rest over on the bench with the rest of his teammates. Fielding. Trying to dump in, Ramirez. First on the forecheck, puck goes past him. I believe it was intended for Lee, but couldn't get a piece of it in the neutral zone. Shot off the rush will ring off the bar. Another centering feed, and Martin will look to scramble. Does get on top of it. And a couple whistles after the play was already over. So Noah Martin on his first test will come up with the save. Rykos looking to dice it up in the neutral zone. Carries past the blue on the backhand. It's poked away towards the boards. Gets back onto it as he's riding the puck down the wall. Opportunity to jam it out in front. Taken away now by Rocco. On hat trick watch in this game. Lots of speed. Rocco dives down to the goal line looking for the centering pass. T-Birds quickly swept in. Three-on-one developing past the neutral zone. KPC looking for a sixth. Martin the save, gets on top of it. As we're officially halfway through this game, a 4-goal lead has presented itself for KPC as they'll turn it over up top, allowing the T-Birds to get it out of the zone. It's the captain once again past the blue line. Burns behind him potentially for the pass. KPC so good at absorbing the pressure and breaking it instantly back the other way as they're once again into the offensive end. A shot up high on Martins, fights it off, looking to get to the rebound, stays alive. Off into the left circle. No one claiming it just yet. Now Burns gets to it. Wiggles it up the boards and out. Herfel, as she's tripped past the blue line. She already has a goal in this game and will grant her team a power play if they don't score right here. Shot taken, and they score. Connetquot is just going off to the bench. It doesn't even matter. 6-1. Daniel Weiss will get the goal credit. Goldberg gets it off to his defense before it's pushed up the rink. As the puck will ricochet down the rink all the way towards Connetquot. KPC with plenty of time and space. Approaching the 6-minute mark left in the second period. It was the T-Birds to start off the middle frame, but it's been KPC since then, scoring the last 3 goals unanswered. Puck up for grabs down low as Goldberg cuts to the front of the net. The pass almost came into his wheelhouse. Schinkel keeping it alive at the far point, guides it a little bit deeper. Centering feed comes through the slot unharmed. Hit down low, not going to allow the T-Birds to clear just yet as Martin frantically looks for the puck behind the cage. It's worked around to the far boards, almost cleared out. Another opportunity, and Connetquot Sayville will get it away safely. Now T-Birds looking for some offense. Puck comes out in front, one-on-one, they score! T-Birds capitalize with a man down low. It's 6-2. Katsonitz will get the goal credit on that, number 66. Puts his team within 4 goals with 4:35 remaining in the second period. Another opportunity for the T-Birds into the offensive end. Maybe they can make this 2 in a row. The puck comes right out in front. It's in. Back-to-back goals now. And it's once again a game. KPC just trying to recompose themselves here. They'll test Martin. Rebound opportunity, and it's 3 goals just like that. But this time it's KPC trying to put an exclamation mark. So like I said, this explosion of goals started with 4:42, then 4:20, then 4:04 as Rocco did complete his hat trick. Maybe another chance for number 20 out in front, but couldn't swipe the puck away. And now the T-Birds should be able to get it out of the zone with a penalty to boot. Power play upcoming. The second we've seen today. Big bounce off the wall. Puck stays alive for the T-Birds as it ricochets through some skates, directed back towards the slot. And it's out past the blue line now. Donnelly and Haggerty down low. Haggerty will take it, pressured, and rims it off the boards towards the neutral zone. Burns with a good move as he swings off to the left side of the rink to find some space. Burns taken out, and that's going to be another penalty. Knights touch up, but they'll be down 5-on-3 for an extended period of time, 1:09 to be exact. Knights do start off the kill well by getting it into the neutral zone. Question is, how long can they hold them past the blue line? Taken through by the captain. Shot, deflects, ends up in the corner. Up to the blue line now. Swept off to Haggerty. Looks for one more rotation. No, a shot paddled aside. Antico is good for that save. Still 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3, but the Knights control this and work it up. Accidentally played out of the rink. Not a penalty at this level. Under 30 seconds in the 5-on-3 now for the Birds. They look to whiz a couple of passes past KPC, but come up blank with it. 10 seconds on the 5-on-3, and it looks like the Knights will at least get through the first penalty. 3 seconds left. Now we're into the power play, the second in a row for the T-Birds. They take a shot up high on Tico. The save, rebound still available. It's wrapped around to the other end. Loose in the slot, and still nothing coming. A lot of chaos in front, but KPC are still standing at the end of it. Ten seconds till Broxmeyer is back out onto the rink. T-Birds maybe with one final rush. Fielding carries it in deep, looks middle, and is angled off the puck. Back for the Knights, and we're into 5-on-5 once again for the final 40 seconds of the period. Opportunity came into the wheelhouse of Antico. He'll allow the puck to be carried around to the opposite end by his team. Lee looking for pressure. Nice stick check there, separates his man from the puck, lifted off the glass but not out. Challenge towards the blue line, and the T-Birds are repelled. 15 seconds left in the second period. It's a 4-goal lead for for Kings Park Commack, as the puck will likely die near the blue line. Dumped in one last time. That's how we'll end the second. We'll be back for the third period here on the LI Sports Network. And we're back into action for the third period. 15 minutes remain in our first game on the South Rinks. The Knights control this one with a hefty lead of 4 goals, but the question is can they close it out, as the T-Birds definitely showed some signs of life towards the end of the second period. They continue to try to pepper shots on net. Ramirez had an opportunity at it, but it's carried along the boards towards the opposite point and now poked free. Remsen trying to elevate it. Comes free to the slot. Long Ranger will go off target. Loose for Lee. Couldn't get the stick down in time. Up for grabs, Remsen with it again. Jousted away in the corner. Good defense by Donnelly. Works it up the wall and just barely past the blue. Puck rolling on edge. Ramirez the deepest in on the forecheck. Now KPC somehow developing into a 2-on-1. Might have an offsides call here. Face off to go back to the neutral zone. Another offsides. Do it again from the same spot. Actually, this time will be on the far side of the rink instead of the near. KPC potentially with the bodies to take this one into a breakaway opportunity. Angled to the outside. Puck's brought down below the goal line and forced off to the corner. Burns with traffic. Burns his shot still out. Follow-up opportunity. A save is made by Connetquot, trying to get on top of the puck. It's eventually popped free. Another long drive, a stick in the lane, and the Knights will get it clear. Rocco trying to race down, but can't beat out the icing with 12-12. It will come back to the defensive end. And Jack is going to get a nice pat on the back for that play. Puck held up along the boards. Deflected, almost tipped into the back of the net. Great play for the Knights as they try to capitalize on it. Martin was on his stomach the entire time and eventually finds the puck underneath him. Four bodies coming together in the corner. Puck pinched in on the left side of the skates. Now works free. KPC springing towards the net. Martins makes one save, makes a second. Still trying to find the loose change. Karam's off to the corner once more. T-Birds find it along the boards and look to wheel it up the ice. Now past the blue line. They'll at least force a reset. Dumping it into the offensive end. Herfel gets there first as she'll take the puck on a trip down low, rims it up the boards to the far point, but not out. Good defensive stick work from Mason as he was the lone man back there. Needs to make a second one. Centering feed goes off the paddle of Connetquot. Haggerty with Donnelly down low. They work it around. Eater, low shot. Martins the save, gets on top of it. Whistle does come through a little late. Off the draw, the puck goes down low, redirected towards the blue paint, now taken away by the T-Birds. Shot from the slot, Martins gets his pad over in time. Under 10 minutes to play in the third period. T-Birds definitely in need of some offense as it's been KPC dominated here in the final. Shot off to the right side, big bounce off the end boards. Free puck does clear the zone. KPC need to reset. Pass to the back door, no one there for the Knights. Hit down below the goal line, allowing Connetquot to clear it out. Shinkins lifts it on the backhand, just barely past Ramirez. We'll have some more games coming up later on the South Rinks. Both of them JV matchups, one between West Islip and St. Anthony's, the other between St. Anthony's, their black squad, to be specific, because St. Anthony's, the gold squad, will play against KPC in the game following. So 2 St. Anthony's games tonight. Again, one versus West Islip, one versus KPC. As a high shot lifts above the bar and swirls around all the way out on the far side. Halfway through the third period, half of it still remaining for the T-Birds to try to make something of it. Again, we saw them score back-to-back goals within a minute. They'll definitely need that here in order to mount a comeback. Burns, with the puck loose in his skates, has it poked away. Slapped off the wall but not out. Deflects almost right back to Burns. Clock at 7 minutes exactly now. Fielding doing a couple of nice jobs keeping it in off the near point. T-Birds yet to generate anything off this shift and doesn't look like they'll get the chance. It's Mason once again with it as he goes all the way past the blue line. Head up as he goes to the goal line looking for a passing option and banks it off the outside of the goal. Comes free and the T-Birds will once again get it out. Back for Herfel. Mason with it again. Not a lot of options. Chance for a shot. They score. Quickly in and out. T-Birds once again within striking distance. Martin getting down low to make that stop. Almost peppered with a second shot now is once again closing up the 5-hole in order to keep the puck out. Twists off to the boards. Shot back towards the net, off to the right side this time. Rings around, another centering feed, and the Knights weren't far off that one. Shot opportunity, goes barely off the toe of Martin to make the save. Pass up to the blue line. Now the Knights operating with a lot of ozone time. Couple shots already to show for it, but as I say, it worked free. They'll go all the way down for an icing. 4:54 left in the period. Jake all the way back forward in his own zone. Two T-Birds already into the offensive end. Works a pass by both of them up the near wall. Loose puck now for Lee. Collects it in past the blue line. Lee with numbers going down low, thinking pass, but it hits off a stick and redirects to the corner. Another centering feed. Tapped around a couple of times. Martin trying to scramble for it, and it comes up high into the slot. Past the blue line. Martins can take a deep breath. As now we'll get a penalty. So Lee will serve the penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. 4:06 left in the period as the T-Birds will go to a 2-minute power play. Knights look for a shorthanded opportunity. Rocco on the far wall, just trying to stretch it past a couple of T-Birds there. Does get it deep and goes for the forecheck himself. Already 30 seconds, make it 40 seconds gone by in the power play, and Rocco once again has the puck. Using his strength past the blue line, almost sticking with it, twisting around, and loses it out as it caroms off the far wall back to the neutral zone. But the Knights with a very good penalty kill so far. 3:10 remaining in regulation. Now it's 1 minute left in the 5-on-4 opportunity. Again, the T-Birds, if they scored here, they'd be within 2. Not the most unthinkable thing in the world. Ramirez dices past the blue, has it on his backhand, sending it out in front. They score! Power play goal. T-Birds within 2. Long wrister. Martin the save. Knights just trying to kill it off the draw, but here comes the T-Birds captain, breaking this into a one-on-one, backhand, forehand, denied point blank, rebound still there, and a goal line stop for the Knights. What a sequence late into this game as the Knights try to stay up by 2 goals for insurance. Martin could be tested here, shot will whistle off to the left. Burns trying to get to the loose change and picks it off the wall, not able to sweep it ahead. T-Birds now trying to settle down with 2 minutes left in regulation. Have to pull Martin at some point in order to generate the 6-on-5 on the ice. Martin with it once more. Excuse me, that was Mason, not Martin. Turnover at the blue line. Does turn into a shot. Antico will get on top of it and settles for a whistle. Buck 33 to play in the period. Quick shot off the draw, fought off by Antico. It's down below the goal line as they look for a clear. Donnelly stepping up, just barely able to hold it alive, but didn't have any teammates in the area to help him out. Buck 20 left now. Donnelly trying to get over to it. Long range blast, deflects off one body and goes left of the cage. Under a minute to play in regulation now. Still a 2-goal lead for the Knights. But they've definitely felt pressure over the last couple of minutes. Still feels like it can be anyone's game. KPC still containing. Best defense is a good offense after all. 38 seconds remaining. Haggerty finally with an interception, trying to play it off to his teammates. They break ahead 3-on-2. Maybe a little bit more speed past the blue line now. Centering option. Net is empty on the other end. Shot taken. Oh, and a quick whistle there. 16.6 on the clock. It's going to have to be a lacrosse goal after this in order for the T-Birds to tie it up. Puck is dropped in the left circle. Lee trying to get after it. Gives it off Donnelly. Taps it towards the slot. Fought for there. Still loose between a couple of players. Slides off below the goal line. That should do it. With 3 seconds left, the T-Birds put up a fight in the dying minutes, but came up without the victory. KPC hold on and take the win 7-5. That'll do it for this broadcast here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back with a JV matchup. Don't go anywhere.